It's shout out time. This is the point where we pitch our initial ideas, we pitch for help for various skills, and we tell the rest of the group what we're doing. The hackathon rules apply, so you will have 1 minute for your pitch, and that includes your shout out. So Catherine will be taking notes of the pitches. The presentation from last night is now up on the PSAC website, and the ideas list is also up on the PSAC website if you want to refer to those. So, who would like to be first?
I think also worth just noting at this stage as well, if you've got some ideas floating around, and I'll shut up in a second and let you pitch. We've got some really cool tech hanging around that, in case people have got some interesting ideas. We've got the Amazon Echo there, which does natural language processing. That's quite an interesting thing to kick around with. We've got some microbits, we've got some Raspberry Pis. So if there's things that you want to experiment with as well over the course of the weekend, we can give you some tech to help you do that.
Can you demonstrate the Echo?
No, because it's not set up yet. Is it? Oh, yeah. Hi Alexa. Play Radio 1.
BBC Radio 1 on tuning.
Alexa, stop. So there you go. So natural language processing, awesome these days. So there is some cool tech that we can experiment with if you like to think about some of the ways that can be used in the real world.
Cool. Right then.
Ellie.
Oh, no one.
Yeah.
Okay to just shout out about our mentors today.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. So we're wearing these t-shirts. We don't just wear them because they're awesome and cool. So if you need help or support or want to know about the peace building aspects of what you're, or the hate speech aspects of what you're building, or you just want some general advice, just come grab one of us. We will be circulating. Please don't stop working or talking just because we turn up. Yeah, we're there just to listen and support. But yeah, if you need any support at all during the day, just let us know. And yeah, we've got some really interesting people. We've got some engineers from Facebook wearing white shirts. Andy's wearing a white shirt. So yeah, just do please come and grab somebody if you're stuck, you want some advice, or you want to move things forward. As well, we've got purple shirted mentors as well, and these guys are going to be not your biggest enemy, but also your biggest friend over the course of the next couple of hours, because they're really going to test some of those ideas that you're starting to build out. So they're going to ask you some searching questions about some of the ideas that you're putting forward. And they'll probably also give you some encouragement along the way as well. But definitely make use of the resource here, because this is why we are building these apps this weekend. It's the work directly in our project work to start countering hate speech for guys like this from Brighton.
Cool. Right then, pitches. First volunteer. Up you go.
Bravo.
Cool.
Hi, my name's James. I had a really great chat with Saima just in the break, who was speaking at the beginning. And she was saying that not only was it a problem that she was receiving this abusive content on social media, in this case it was on Snapchat and Kik, but that when she reported it to her school and also to the parents of her friend, that the response she got was, "We've got no evidence. We've got no evidence that it was actually her friend who did and put this abusive content online. And that if there was evidence, then something could be done about it. And also, if it was easy for schools and other authorities to get evidence, then it would be a deterrent to stop people from putting abusive content online." So it seems to me that there's no destination site where people can make a request to the various social media platforms to say, this content was made at this time by this account. Can you let us know whether or not this was or was not posted by the account holder, either by some ID, device ID, IP address, or something of that nature? So looking to create a destination site to make requests to social media to say, was this account not hacked?
Fantastic.
Or not?
I'm sorry, we're going to be really strict on time. but thank you for being the first.
Okay, who's next? Or do we pick on people?
I think you might have to pick on
No,
people.
pick on people. Let's go from my right to left. So over here, someone from this area.
Somebody self-select from over here. There we go.
There we go. Fantastic.
Hi everyone, I'm Matt. So we're working on essentially an awareness tool. It's a choose your own adventure tool based on a cartoon that was on the screen last night. I summarized a bit briefly earlier. Essentially you're taking the point of view of one of 3 characters and following them and on a little journey in a particular scenario. The ideal along the way is there are a handful of links that we'll select in advance that we think are relevant to help people fight hate speech. At the moment, we've got 6 people. We need some design help though. So if anyone is a designer and you have extra time, yeah, please stop by. Thank you.
Okay, next table. Are we the table over here as well? Or are you all one group?
Kind of in between groups.
Have you got something you want to pitch?
I know that through the spade or it's nice.
Okay. What skills have you got though, in case anyone wants to borrow you?
JavaScript, Java.
JavaScript and Java there. Good one, boy. Okay.
Can I add one thing? We have a designer, I'm sorry.
Oh, you got it. So forget the last bit.
Save yourself 15 steps to come over here.
Okay, next group.
Okay, so I don't know if you guys have ever heard of Emojify. Is basically a tool that when you're typing like some words allows you to change them into emojis. So we're thinking about doing the same thing only with hateful words, aggressive words. So like a tool that sort of like tells you why don't you use this other word instead. So we're not quite sure like which sort of like platform to use it on. We're still like thinking about it. But that was the main idea. And also if it was possible, I know it's a bit like one step further, if particular hatred towards like a selected community is picked up, there could be like a little pop-up that like reminds you what that community did for the word, like some important discovery, something in which like a particular person from that community did for us, for everyone. So that was it.
Next group.
Morning. So our idea is to create a browser plugin that when you're looking to post across any like Twitter or Facebook or like Reddit, it pops up when you've like typed in hate speech and it says like, okay, cool, so this is pretty offensive to this group and this group. It's hoping to educate you so that before you post, you actually think about who you might be offending and maybe putting like a name to a face. It might be video content, it might be written content, just to give the person an idea of who it's offensive to. And we'd love to maybe think about having it in like schools and workplaces and stuff, so kind of preventative measures for hate speech.
Okay, any more groups?
Any more ideas? Any
More
pitches?
ideas? Any more
Anybody who's
pitches?
got an idea that doesn't yet have a group?
Anyone from Marsden Heights?
Yeah.
No?
I think they're, yeah.
Green Head, yeah?
I mean, between groups as well.
Yeah.
I've been talking to quite a few people around about my idea. So I would like to create an app by which we could label people's actions and behavior so that they could become aware of their own actions in the social environment. At the same time, charities would be able to connect with these users who could be either the aggressors or victims, or they could also have a meaningful contribution in the social environment. And these institutions would actually be able to tailor their campaigns for the user that need them the most. I would say it's very meaningful and there's a need for it because many charities, for example, struggle to find participants for their program or volunteers who are willing to make a change. And at the same they want this would be an automatic and anonymous labeling system. And it's also private, so no that you're using label, but you would know how other people see you. So you would be able to change your behavior and act differently so that you make a better impression in your person.
Cool. Cool, thank you. Okay.
For developers,
Yeah.
designers.
Yeah.
Any developers or designers with spare capacity, you know where to go.
Yeah.
Okay, any more ideas, shout outs, any more requests for help? Yeah? Come on. Come on, come on, come on. Don't be shy.
For me, actually, blocking people to say hate speeches is also censorship. So I was thinking about having some anime characters that pop up when you have a hate speech, and say, "Hey man, why all this hate?" And once you click on it to shut it down, say, "Okay, I'm leaving. Maybe next time," or something like that, just to make it fun and make people conscious about their acts. Not necessarily shut them down or anything. Just make them think about it. That's it.
Okay, I think we're ready to get anything you want to add?
No, I think. No, there is judging criteria. It's available on our website. We're not going to bore you with it just at the moment, but again, it's well worth reading it because I cannot underestimate just how cool the swag that we're about to give away is.
Do you want to explain the swag, or do you just want to
No,
leave
I
it on display?
leave it tantalising a little bit. There's some out on display. We also
It's not this.
That's definitely Aaron. One other thing that you aren't seeing currently at the moment is one of our judges, Dr. Sue Black OBE, whose social media campaign helped save Bletchley Park. She's going to be giving away signed copies of her book in our goodie bags, as well as the Google goodie bags and our stuff. So it's a prize well worth winning.
Oh, that's excellent. That's excellent. Okay, I think all that remains to be said. Hi Alexa. Tell me a joke.
Knock knock. Who's there? Isabel. Isabel who? Isabel not working. Don't suppose the girl started knocking.
Well, there we are.
I think let's leave that the last word on that one. Okay, now the hacking begins. Now your coding starts.